told you love would save you, that it would complete you, redeem you, heal the cracks you were too afraid to face alone. Since childhood, from stories, from songs, from every whispered promise in the dark, you were taught that one day someone would arrive, someone who would make everything okay. And you believed it, not because you were naive, not because you were weak, but because you were never shown another way to belong to yourself. What if that promise was never real? What if the love you've been seeking is not salvation, but negotiation? What if what you call connection is nothing more than a silent trade, approval for devotion, comfort for compromise, validation for submission? You see, no one told you that love, as it's sold to you, is often just emotional currency, a transaction disguised as transcendence, and you wanted to believe the story, because the story was beautiful. The story gave you hope. The story told you that love was pure, that love was selfless, that love was the highest virtue. But here's the quiet truth. Love as you know it is rarely pure, and even less often is it selfless. You don't love them. You love the way they reflect the parts of you you wish were real. You love the way their presence silences your fears, the way their attention softens your doubts. But that's not love. That's bargaining. That's projection. That's a desperate attempt to outsource the work of wholeness to someone else. And what if they, too, are doing the same? What if they're not loving you, but loving the version of themselves they see in your eyes? What if both of you are performing? Performing worth, performing goodness, performing security. Love becomes a stage, and you become the actor, hoping, praying that the role you play will be enough to earn what was promised, redemption through another. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." You thought love was your destiny, but what if it was just your unconscious craving for validation disguised as romance? You offer your heart, not as a gift, but as a contract. You say, "Here, take it, and in return, make me whole." But wholeness doesn't come from another's gaze. It comes from the parts of yourself you've been too afraid to meet, the parts you've exiled in your rush to be loved. And here's the brutal truth. She doesn't love you the way you imagine. She loves the role you play in her story, just as you love the role she plays in yours. Nietzsche warned us. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. You don't want to see that the love you cherish is a dance of mutual projection, a choreography of need, a delicate balance of who validates whom just enough to keep the illusion alive. And in this dance, the one who needs less controls more. The one who can walk away holds the power. But you've made her the stage for your worth. And now, every step she takes away from you feels like your identity crumbling. She didn't deceive you. She played the role you handed her, the muse, the redeemer, the healer, but she was never those things. She was human, complex, powerful, afraid, and you were too busy worshipping the story to ever see the person. Nietzsche once wrote, "He who cannot obey himself will be commanded." And that's what happens in love when you don't know yourself. When you don't lead yourself, you will always hand over the reins of your identity to whoever promises you validation. You think you're offering love, but what you're really offering is permission. Permission for them to define your worth. You imagine your devotion is noble, that giving more, compromising more, proving yourself more will secure their affection. But it doesn't, because the moment your love is rooted in need, it's no longer love, it's bargaining, it's self-erasure dressed up as romance. And here's the paradox. The more you give away your center, the more you expect them to protect it for you. But they can't, and they shouldn't. Carl Jung warned us. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. But how can you become when you're so busy becoming what you think they want? You call it love, but it's submission. You call it commitment, but it's fear. You call it partnership, but it's dependency. And they see it, maybe not always consciously, but instinctively, because in the dance of love, the one who needs less moves more freely. And now you see it too. The reflection you worshipped wasn't them, it was the story you clung to about yourself. So what now? Now that you see the truth beneath the illusion, do you blame them? No, because they didn't deceive you. They played the role you needed them to play. Nietzsche said, "The man who fights monsters should see to it that he does not become a monster." You've been fighting the wrong enemy. The illusion wasn't theirs. It was yours. You wanted love to save you. But love was never meant to be salvation. It was meant to be shared, not used. She wasn't your redeemer. She wasn't your muse. She was a human, complex, imperfect, powerful in ways you never noticed because you were too busy clinging to the myth. And here's the final paradox. The moment you stop needing her to complete you is the moment you can truly see her, not as savior, not as solution, as a person. And only then can love stop being a transaction and start becoming a revolution. Carl Jung reminded us, where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. So ask yourself now, honestly, fearlessly, was it ever love? Or was it just power wearing the mask of affection? Because the one who needs less controls more, and the one who dares to see the truth sets both free.